Hello and good morning, MSSL fans. We're coming to you live from Milford Mill Academy, Windsor Mill, Maryland. Apologies on the delay for kickoff. Some issues with the goal. But we are off now between MSL Division I powerhouses Christos FC in your white kit, playing from right to left, and MSSL D1 newcomers Bierhalle, champions from the second division in the spring. Should be a thrilling matchup today here in the rain. I'm Noah Walker. I'll be on broadcast commentary all day long. Clement Blamo swings it back. Kyle Saunderson. Hey.
Make sure you send a note to the league to let them know there's a 30-minute delay so people aren't showing up.
Yeah. I'm going to put it out there right now on the WhatsApp.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you. Good looks. Would you do me a favor, and since we couldn't get into the app, can you just make a note of who's who in the jersey numbers so I have it just for record? You can do it in your phone is fine. In your phone or something. Just throughout before the end of the game is fine.
I'll do it. I'll just text you that, all right?
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right. Here comes Christos, breaking through. What a save by the keeper. Nick Apple had to be perfect from point blank range. Christos denied. Early warning shot across the bow. 0-0. Christos had all of this one so far, but Bierhalle are experts in soaking up pressure and countering. They've done that all throughout their successful campaign last season in Division II, and a little bit of that in Week 1 against Team United. Christos denied at the back. Here comes the ball out to Eric Breach. Breach controls. Goes back to John Lay. Good ball forward and well held up. Sean Scarzaletta distributes to his left. And Bierhalle will have a chance of their own. Let's see what they can string together. Ball in behind finds no one. And Blamo able to look back and find goalkeeper. I believe that's Tommy Potts back there. There's a quickly taken Christos kick up to Brian Graham and back into the midfield. I think that's David Harris coming across to the left. Finding Graham. Graham misplays it, but still holds possession and elects to go backwards. A well taken diagonal ball and a shot. It goes errantly wide. Well, we're glad to have you with us on this MSSL Week 3 game day. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from, who you're supporting, any players you'd like to watch, whether it be team or player in this match or someone playing later in the day. Love to interact with the fans as much as possible today, since I don't think we'll get a huge turnout here in person, but your MSSL team is committed to providing all matches live streamed, MSSL D1 and 2, every season. So we're happy to have you with us. Here comes Bierhalle with the throw down the line. Sandwiched between two players. And another throw won by Das Bierhalle. We got a few people trickling into the stream so far. It's a little earlier than we normally start, although much later than we intended to start. My apologies again for the delay. We had some locked up goals, but we're here now. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking care of a couple of administrative duties. I'll get back on the camera diligently for the rest of this one. As Christos building up pressure, there's a shot off the inside of the post. Man, that one rattled the frame. But still Christos with the ball. A ball over to the left side. A little bit of space out there, shut down by Bierhalle, and Joe Gloss finds possession yet again. Well, this Christos side looked very good today. They start their U.S. Open Cup qualifying campaign next week with a good ball in. Brian Graham able to find the target. Brian Graham had 3 goals in his first week. Still, despite a bye in week 2, the leading goal scorer, so we'll look for him in this one. Joe Gloss works it around to Saunderson. Saunderson up to the midfield. There's a crunching tackle, one back by Scarzaletta. And what can Bierhalle find? They are patient in this build-up play. They know better than to go right through that Christos midfield. As I say that, commentator's curse given right back in the midfield to Christos, who find the wing. A little bit of space. Referee says the ball is in bounds. There's a shot. Oh, off the top crossbar by Graham. Uncharacteristic miss by him. Well, it's early, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of time left. But certainly one I think Mr. Graham would have expected himself to bury. But Das Bierhalle lived to fight another day. Here comes the goal kick coming out. Breach coming inside to contest this one. That was Malcolm Harris making an appearance today for Christos. Haven't seen him in a white shirt for a little while, since probably their USL2 campaign. He is a longtime Christos standout, also played at a higher level, or the highest level professionally. And Nick Appel comes out and narrows down the angle, but doesn't get a touch, so that looks like, oh no, he did make the save. Great save by Appel. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Let me know if you're a friend or family in the chat, if I'm pronouncing Nick Appel's last name correct. A great save. And I have a feeling he may be called on again, so I want to get that pronunciation correct. Here comes the delivery. Let's look for Saunderson in the middle. There's the delivery. Up is Saunderson and dealt with by Bierhalle just partially. There's a great shot deflected out. Heroic defending by Eric Breach. And rinse and repeat. We go again for the corner. Every time Sean Scars gets the ball, I got you, Bryant Harris. See, here we come with the delivery. Ooh, there is an excellent delivery laid off for the second header, and just into the top crossbar. Christos are seeing how many posts they can hit before they eventually put them on frame. Every time Sean Scars gets the ball for +1, I'm calling him a goober. Gotcha. Sean Scarzaletta, that is. Will certainly be an important factor for this Das Bierhalle team. Been a leader in this team since the team was founded. Don't have the exact data on that, but I do know that good contingency of this team started out with Academy FC and Maryland Major several years ago. The team has seen some evolution since then, adding new players, building around the core of experienced players like Scarzaletta, Breach, and several others in order to compete at this MSSL Division I level. They're certainly one of the success stories in the league of a team, you know, that was already strong, coming in and getting even stronger and earning promotion the right way. You know, they started off in Division II. There comes Scarzaletta to his teammate. Up and over. What can Saunderson do? Goes back to his goalkeeper. And a little bit of time there. Here comes Joe Glaus. Driving through is Christos. There is the ball played outside, well defended. And Christos again. There's a good hold-up play, and Appel calls everybody off. There's a long ball from Appel. Goes back for Bierhalle. Got a little bit of space here, but there's pressure. Probably not the best decision there, but no harm, no foul. I believe that was Jamie Merriam. Pressed way up the field. Try to take advantage of the errant pass. There is Harris. Malcolm Harris, that is. Graham plays it. Oh, and here is opportunity for Bierhalle. recaptured by Christos, and Jamie Marion goes out wide. Shooting opportunity repossessed by Bierhalle. Well controlled. And Christos get back in behind the ball. Certainly this one's not only an important MSSL D1 matchup for Christos, but they need to get ready for their important Open Cup matchup. There goes a good save from Appel, which can be really dangerous on these rainy days. You hear Nick Appel saying, don't let them get that shot off. He's very right. Those can be tricky for any goalkeeper. Let's take a look at that replay. And here, Christos driving through the middle without too much pressure, and was a good save. And missed by Graham, a little too tall. That's Bierhalle will take this throw, see if they can find a way to spring themselves. That's going to be a Christos throw here. There's Kyle Saunderson looking for that long ball down the right, but very slick is this turf today, so might have to find a different way of breaking down this Das Bierhalle team. They are very organized in defense. As I was saying, they often find themselves going compact against strong teams and picking and choosing their moments. You know, that's one strength of this team. I mean, I think some of the younger teams in the past have misjudged them, thinking, oh, you know, we have the youth, we have the speed, we can take them, but Bierhalle is a very smart team, and they'll certainly need that today against Christos. A lot of these players know each other as well. A lot of former Christos players among the Bierhalle players, and so certainly a familiar opponent. There's Malcolm Harris. Great player in that midfield area. Played up top. Dispossessed. And Eric Breach goes back. This is confident from Bierhalle. There's the goober Scarzaletta. Brian Harris's words, not mine, Sean. I'm instructed to call you the goober whenever you get on the ball. Good gloss with some physical defending, too physical for this center. Well, this could be a dangerous ball in from Javon Lay. Especially in this rain. That's a good delivery. Here comes the keeper. Confidently claims. And played out to Iola on this right-hand side. Iola was almost in there. Well defended. Errant pass collected by Christos. And Christos back on the ball. There's Jamie Marion feeling out the defense. All right, that was Merriam. The second one. Here's Iola. Looks to square a ball in. Good ball. Collected by Nick Appel in goal. There's that famous drop kick played low. Wasn't bad, but not a lot of beer hall players up the field. Maybe it wasn't the right time to go for it. But you do have to pick your spots. Here's Burkholder. Burkholder surveys the field, shows patience. There's Iola. Iola plays it across. Oppel is there. Well, Nick Oppel may have a chance to put a nice highlight reel for himself today. Certainly Christos will be dictating the pace of play if it goes on like this. He's been good. Joe Glass, uncontested in the midfield, wins that one. And plays it up to Harris. Who can Malcolm Harris find? Oh, clever. Clever chip over, but incidental handball, and Beer Hall will come back out. I got you, Brian Harris. You're up and early watching this live stream. We will be honoring requests in the chat. Well, it's not going to get me in trouble. So, I got you. Now we just need Sean to score, and I can really throw the goober in there. As Beer Hall to start off again. Breach plays a solid ball out. Looks like Malcolm Harris is the one who comes off. First half substitution. There is the ever dangerous Clement Blamo. Oppel again. Here comes Reed Hawkins out to Breach. Dispossessed, there's a shot. Nick Oppel deals with it. Unconventional, but effective. Here comes the long ball. Well, won by Joe Gloss. Reed Hawkins flicks it on for Scarzaletta. In is Reed. Tommy Potts comes and deals with it. Alert to the danger is Potts. And finds his man in, I believe this is Morgan Lucy. Here comes Blamo. Joe Gloss. Brendan Burkholder. Up to Malcolm Harris. Oh, I thought Harris had come out of the game, but that was wrong. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have an official roster sheet in front of me at the moment. Came right from resolving that goal issue into this commentary booth with you on the camera. So I'll try to get a locked in roster. I'm just going by memory right now. There's Blamo up top, out to Harris. Harris takes his time with it and goes backwards. There's Merriam. Merriam goes out to Burkholder, back to Merriam. What can he find? Finds Blamo outright, well controlled. A lot of speed from Blamo, plays across, and well held by Nick Oppel. He's been very, very solid today when called on. I think if Beer Hall can go into the half with a level score, they'd be okay with that. Good gloss goes out to Burkholder. Burkholder into Merriam. And up to Blamo, who controls this one well and goes back. Jamie Merriam. See, Bierhalle are not trying to get up the field, put too much pressure. They're content with sitting in. They know their strategy. There's Reed Hawkins putting the pressure on. Dances by defender. Back out to Blamo. Kyle Saunderson. Back to Jamie Merriam. Malcolm Harris cues up the shot. Blocked. Is this Morgan? No. Lucy? Out to Here's Kyle Saunderson. The long throw. Tries Dragicic back. There's a good shot. Well held by Apple. Well, he hasn't made any camera saves of any sort. You know, it's none that you would say like a world-class save, but it's been very good on a wet day. To me, that's more impressive than making one or two camera saves and then letting in a soft goal. I think just being solid as a keeper, being someone you can depend on, really gives your team confidence to get themselves into the game. Nick Apple has been just that today. Dispossessed is Jamie Merriam. The ball goes back. The fullback. Dispossessed and out of bounds by Dragicic. There's a couple of Das Bierhalle subs into the game. Kyle Saunderson goes to Dragicic. Iola out to Blamo. Blamo dispossessed. Just goes Letta down the line. I think he knew what to do with the ball there. Was of two minds, whether to pass or go around the Christos player, and couldn't make up his mind in time. Burkholder up to Dragicic. Dragicic plays the diagonal ball, intercepted, but only so far as Harris and Clement Blamo will come and take this one back over. Blamo again, played through to Harris. Malcolm Harris out for Burkholder. Laws plays it up. Iola. There's the ball in. Goalkeeper out, and Apple is there again. What did I say? Very solid and alert in this one. He would understand, says Brian Harris. All right, well, I won't feel so bad calling him a goober then. Sean Scarzalata, that is. Well, I think Das Bierhalle need to be more effective when they do have their chances. Can't afford these turnovers. Reed Hawkins sees what he can do about that. Well played, and Hawkins gets it back. What can Das Bierhalle find? They have a few numbers forward. Hawkins smartly holds it up, though. I don't think he had any readily available options. There is a good ball up and in, well controlled. Joe Gloss is all over. Well, that is good defending from Joe Gloss, a good battle and good sportsmanship. Help out the defender. They were all over each other there, but I mean, this is a physical sport, ladies and gentlemen. No harm, no foul. But that was positive from Das Bierhalle. It was probably the most dangerous chance we've seen from them today. Here comes Blamo. Into the middle. Over to Burkholder. Burkholder finding Dragicic. Oh, I think he wanted to find his teammate there and Joyner, but a little miscommunication. There's Dragicic again. Up to Blamo. Dragicic through to Joyner. Joyner gets in there and gets the ball over to Blamo. Blamo over to Saunderson. Saunderson out wide. Can this be served? A little too much juice on that one. And goes through for goal kick for Bierhalle. Ball goes back. Reed Hawkins plays it over to this right-hand side. Blamo playing. Merriam plays Dragicic up to Joyner. Goes back to Burkholder, who receives it back. Excellent ball in over the top. Oh, what a chance for Brandon Burkholder. Wow, that was some really good build-up play from Christos. They were as dangerous as they've been in this game on that possession. Let's take a look at the final replay there. See this? Perfect delivery and just wide from Burkholder. As we have 33 minutes played in this one, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. A little bit of under the weather today. All played out to the right-hand side, or the far side, that is. Blamo has a man down the right, no longer. Plays in the middle to Harris. Harris gives it back to Blamo, who's in space. Oh, back post. Looks for the shot, wasn't able to find one. Is Joyner, and here comes Bierhalle again. Mateta up top, well held up. Pressure from Dragicic is enough to put the ball out of bounds, but Das Bierhalle will retain possession. Dragicic over for Aola, up for Merriam, out for Blamo. Not Blamo. This is Joyner. Yeah, so that was Aola, not Blamo, who receives it back yet again. Good deflection, and it looks like Blamo was offsides there. Off the deflected ball. There Here's Harris flicking it over to Merriam. Takes the shot on. It's not going to be good enough to trouble Nick Oppel in goal. Well wide. Well, as I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, if Bierhalle can find themselves 0-0 at the half, I think they'd view that as solid performance, and they can reevaluate and see how they want to approach the second half. Christos, a very good team, and today they have a lot of that U.S. Open Cup roster on display here, figuring things out for next week. Well done from Dragicic, and not the most stinging shot in the end. Oppel behind that, make the save. Ball out right, played short. And Bierhalle trying to play from the back, but not effective that time at least. Sometimes there's no shame in going a little long. Lamo goes out to Saunderson. Here is Saunderson. Back to Blamo. Blamo to Merriam. Dispossessed only so far as Harris. Harris to Dragicic. Sorry, that is... There's a long shot. Goes nowhere. I don't know how much Das Bierhalle is paying their goalie, but he deserves a raise, says Brian Harris in the chat. I agree. I'm telling you, Nick Oppel is the real deal. He has been very solid and alert every time he's been called on today, and he will continue to be called on. Make no mistake about it. Saunderson goes back to Potts, who himself hasn't had a lot to do, but he's been alert when called on. Claus goes up to Iola. Shouts of handball, but the referee says nothing doing, and that was... Here comes Christos again. Harris. Played through, keeper. Calls off everybody. There is a long ball to no one. It's been tough sledding for Bierhalle and deciding how to maintain possession today. When they go short, they're put under a lot of pressure. When they go long, there's no one there. So I think they got to get back to figuring out when they're all going together, and when they all should need to receive the ball. Reed Hawkins blocked. Here's Malcolm Harris. Can he find a shot? Finds a pass to Jamie Merriam. Not really cleared. CJ Bateta. Dragicic with Bateta in hot pursuit. Malcolm Harris. Ball played through, and Dragicic is right there. Sorry. Yeah, Dragicic. Saunderson. It's laid out wide. Blamo with the service. This could be it. Oh man, Joyner was right there, but couldn't get the final touch on that one. Gotta say, thought that one was going to be 1-0. There's Blamo. Harris with the shot, and goalkeeper Nick Oppel again with the save. I mean, he's had to have had more than 10 saves, or almost. I don't know, I'm pulling stats out of my behind right now, but feels like he's made quite a bit of saves. Finds CJ Bateta, who controls it and goes back. Was there a touch? Yes. Bierhalle will retain the throw in. Oh man, Bryant McKinney in the chat thinks that Oppel deserves a raise, and I agree. Wet day like today, keeping your team in the game is huge. You don't want to come out here, get wet early in the morning, and go down 3 goals early to Christos. It's no fun for anyone. So, credit to Oppel. Tommy Potts gets the ball back, and he smartly goes out to his right to Saunderson. Malcolm Harris dispossessed by Sean Scarzaletta. His name hasn't been called a lot recently, but it was important there. Bateta back to Scarzaletta. Scarzaletta goes back to his center back. Turned over errantly. Well, looked like there was an advantage played there, but the referee determined there was no. The advantage had passed. Blamo laying it back. The Dragic, Christian Bateta over to Reed Hawkins. Hawkins plays it out left. Here comes Das Bierhalle. Numbers forward. What can they find? Ooh. And that throw goes nowhere for Bierhalle. Christos able to break out. There is halftime. 0-0. I think Christos were a more dangerous team, but Bierhalle did well enough to stay in this one. At the half, 0-0, Das Bierhalle versus Christos FC. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in about 5 minutes here on MSSL D1. Match week 3. I'm Noah Walker signing off for a moment. We'll see you in a few minutes. Take care. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the second half, Christos FC versus Bierhalle, MSSL Division 1, Week 3. Out from Harris. Let's play this one through. Clement Blamo. Blamo gets it back. Blamo in. Oh, there it is. Didn't take long. Well, cries that the ball was out. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't get a good angle on that. There is no VAR anyways. But we do have that video review for you about the goal. And here we go again. Sorry, I have that wrongly scored on here. It is Christos with the goal. My apologies. That was a Christos goal from Clement Blamo. Well, Bierhalle not happy. I thought the ball was out. I have to apologize. My camera was not on the ball going out of bounds, but we did get the goal, so just gonna have to go with the referee's call on this one. Right or wrong, no changing it. Goalkeeper substitution in for Tommy Potts is Danny McCreary, longtime goalkeeper. Both of these goalkeepers out today. Experienced a lot of time with Christos. They're both looking to get minutes before their Open Cup run next week. Christos FC take on Aegean Hawks, friendly rivals from the Virginia area, friendly DMV rivalry. There's Nick Apple again. Saunderson goes back. There's McCreary finding, well, not really finding anyone. Kyle Saunderson over. And there's Dragicic. Harris. Ball in from Christos. Still in a dangerous area. Oh man. That ball over from Morgan Lucy. Here's a throw in for Bierhalle. Harris finds Dragicic. Goes out wide. Gets Brandon Burkholder. Dragicic couldn't find anyone there. comes Harris. Blamo out to the right. Well closed down by Bierhalle. Christos have a corner though. All in, Apple deals with it. Ball is out so far as the Christos midfield. Holder can't find Blamo on this wet day. Blamo dispossessed. I believe Lucy plays it through. It was a great save by Nick Apple. Been excellent today. There's that replay for you, ladies and gentlemen. In, out only so far as Blamo. There's a good tackle in there. Blamo a little slow to get up, but he looks all right. Consoled by his teammate there. Got a wide smile on his face. Clement Blamo, definitely an impact player for this Christos side. Impact player for any side he plays for. He formerly played with, I believe it was Maryland International, one of the clubs, before going to All Stars United, former MSSL Division I club that kind of folded themselves in and merged with Steel Pulse. A lot of their players went to Steel Pulse when he decided to go with this Christos side, who took him because of his speed, but also because of his just finesse abilities on the ball. He's able to really take on defenders and work through the midfield. Kind of the full package. He's great in that central midfield area, but also on the wing as he receives the ball. He was a standout player as well at CCBC Essex, on that team that achieved national success a few years ago, alongside other great players, both in this league and playing at higher levels. Potato receives this ball out on the right. Potato taking on Christos midfield, slaloming. He's surrounded by three players, and now he goes back to Scarzaletta. Scarzaletta quickly releases. There's a long shot. McCreary comfortably gets behind that. I don't mind that shot on a wet day like today. You never know. But McCreary was equal to the danger. There's a ball through and dealt with. Reed Hawkins outright. Oh, Jamie Merriam up and over the goal. There's Dragicic. Back to Lucy. Lucy up to Malcolm Harris. And back to the safe mitts of Nick Oppel. CJ Bateta crunched with a clean tackle by Christos, and Malcolm Harris takes over. Gives it over to Lucy. Lucy back to Harris, but Bierhalle get behind it, and here comes Bateta. Oh, there's a good interception from Christos. Contested. No foul. And the referee calls it coming out. There comes Das Bierhalle. With the free kick, looks like they'll go long. Can't disagree with that call. All over to Dan McCrary. Forever. Kerr. And here comes Merriam with the man on his back. Quick play from Christos. Here comes Blamo again. He found their first goal. What can he find now? Finds his man. Bierhalle up and in. There is an errant chip shot. I don't think that was the right move there. Had Bateta up there, but not a whole lot else, so I guess you can't fault them for trying something. Chances are going to be hard to come by in this game for Bierhalle. The shot, oh man, not well taken at all. Bierhalle playing out. Das Bierhalle go down the right-hand side this time, far side. But Christos takes over. There's Dragicic in the middle. Falls, but keeps the ball, and back to Joe Gloss. Rinse and repeat. Here comes Das Bierhalle. There's Joe Gloss. Played it up to Dragicic. Goes to Jamie Merriam. Back to Dragicic. Merriam up to Harris. Malcolm Harris showing his skill in there. Up and through to Blamo. Oh, ball falls to Nick Oppel, who just seems to be everywhere back there, mopping things up. Kyle Saunderson. Saunderson, another longtime Christos player, defensive force. Usually wins a lot of those aerial balls and controls that midfield and backline area. Hasn't been called on a lot in this game. Bierhalle haven't had put together a lot of pressure, but here comes Christos. Ooh, whiffed on the shot, and Bierhalle are able to come out again. And Christos go all the way back. Dragicic. Harris finds his counterpart. Gets it back from Merriam. Well, pass failed successfully there because Christos didn't get the pass they wanted. Oh, here they get it back. Can Apple get there? Yes, he can. Here comes Christos driving. Shot through and wide. Here comes a goal kick from Bierhalle. It's a good ball down the wing. Glass shielded that. It looked like he ran into a brick wall. Glass is certainly a physical, strong player in there. Another longtime Christos players. They got a lot of experience out there, Christos. It's part of what makes them great. Continuity. Having these guys who play together. It's a real brotherhood at Christos, as they'll tell you. Out for Christos throw. There is Ambankwa. Ambankwa, oh. Not what he would have liked there. Bankwa up for himself, but dispossessed. Final one. There's Lucy. Morgan Lucy. Finding Blamo. Blamo slaloms across, and he's in space. Christos are very patient with the ball. Why wouldn't you be up 1 goal here in the second half? Bierhalle go to CJ Bateta. Bateta, oh, unable to find Tunellen. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Try a little harder next time I get to see my roster sheet. Here comes Christos. Cleared as far as Joe Gloss. Jamie Merriam. Finds Brandon Burkholder. Sorry, Jamie Merriam on this right-hand side. Merriam goes in behind and well shielded out for a Das Bierhalle kick. How you doing, Coach? Stay tuned after this one, ladies and gentlemen, and still got a lot of clock left in this match, but all day MSSL will be live, bringing you every match in real time. We have first time matchup ever between Street Footy FC and NPC Football in Division 2. That should be a thrilling one. See how those two match up. Street Footy coming off a strong win against Heartland SG. Meanwhile, NPC, oh, ball in. Oh, and Nick Apple, well timed. He's my man of the match. You know, and unfortunate wasn't able to keep a clean sheet, but he's done more than enough to earn that award. Here comes Clement Palamo, and elects to go backwards. Back to Levette Chag. Chag goes over to Dragicic. Iola. Malcolm Harris finds Blamo. What can Blamo find? Put it across. That was a dangerous ball. The Bierhalle seemed to let it come across their goal, but blocked down well in the end. There's Joe Gloss. Brought down. Joe Gloss did well to run the slalom. Dangling that ball out there for the Bierhalle players, but then just taking it away from them and then brought down in the process. There comes Christos again. Tunellen. It's a good counterattack from Das Bierhalle. What can they find here? They do have numbers. Ball goes over to the left side on Bankwa. Bankwa has two in front of him. Makes a nice move. Oh, man. Played it in a dangerous area. Just couldn't find a man. But Bierhalle. Wow. It was the first challenge, ladies and gentlemen. The second one looked clean and it's deceiving, but there was a man on the back, which caused the Christos player to turn that one over. I believe it was Sean Scarzaletta. The referee says, no. Good officiating. We got a go NPC here in the chat. Love it. NPC queuing up. They're warming up off behind me here. We'll see them on this next match. Maybe a little bit delayed, ladies and gentlemen. Just heads up. But we will have that match live. Like I said, we had some troubles getting the goals out here onto the field, but we always make it work here at MSSL Soccer. Bring on a tropical storm, deprive us of our goals. We're here. Here comes Clement Blamo. Blamo with some nice moves. Shooting opportunity. Ball goes just wide. Well wide, but a good chance nonetheless. Here's the throw for Bierhalle. It feels like Christos have dominated in this one, and they have, but it's still only the one goal. Wow. Not much to say about that other than I think he should be doing better with that shot. SPC guy, the one who gave the shout out for NPC football. And that one goes out of bounds. Here comes, looks like a substitution. This rain's picking up a little bit here. Joe Gloss, too strong, wins the ball. Sean Scarzaletta goes out wide, well taken. That certainly could be a foul, but it's not. Well, maybe I just missaw it. Didn't see any reaction from the players. The referee thought it was good. I'll recant my statement. No foul, no play on. There's Joe Gloss. Played up over, that is going to be offsides. As I said, at 11 or shortly thereafter, maybe between 11 and 11:30, we'll have our next game. NPC football, who struggled in their first two against two really strong opponents, probably 1 and 2 in the league, Baltimore Kickers, and A3 football in week 1. But I do like NPC. They're really organized unit, young, but I think this is the week where they catch on to the pace and the physicality of MSSL level soccer. And I think, you know, commentators' prediction, I think you'll see a strong result against Street Footy. Not taking anything away from Street Footy. There's also a strong team. That was a huge win last week against Heartland, who a lot of people saw as front runners in the league. Still could be. But I just think that NPC, we've seen it before with other teams, you know, come into this league, first couple weeks, struggle a little bit, and then once they adapt to the pace, the physicality, do great things. That's Bierhalle. Well, I wouldn't say they struggled in their first season, but they didn't win right away. They didn't gain promotion. They did well, but were not able to win one of the 2 promotion spots in their first season. But the next season, they were pretty dominant and won the Division II the spring season. Elite Vision, another team, they finished dead last in Division II in their first season, and then went on to win it 2 seasons ago. They're on hiatus this season, but they'll be back. We await their triumphant return this coming spring. Ooh, there's a good ball in. Dan McCreary hasn't had a lot to do. He's alert to the danger. Potato. There's the ball in. And McCreary lumps this one long. And ball's still in the air. Agbankwa lays it off. There's Tonellen. Well, play that anywhere near Kyle Saunderson, and he's going to deal with that, especially in the air. There's Malcolm Harris. Ping pongs around. Malcolm can Bierhalle find? Hey, Coach. If you just go on, hold on, let me turn off my sound. What a goal by Christos FC. Let's take a look at this. That was Malcolm Harris in there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I stepped away from the camera for just a moment. Two nothing Christos. That might be the nail in the coffin for Bierhalle. They've fought valiantly. You know, I think Christos will have to respect what Bierhalle have done, how they've played. I will say, Bierhalle haven't really been able to create the chance that ever threatened Christos, but they have also prevented Christos from finding back in the net themselves through much of this one, partially due to incredible goalkeeping from Nick Apple. Dragicic over to Morgan Lucy, plays it across, out wide. Levette Chegg goes back. Lucy up, dealt with on Banqua, pushed down by Iola. West Bierhalle, group defending. Wow, well held from Nick Apple. There comes the long ball. Saunderson plays it up. Here comes Tommy Potts, first half goalkeeper, second half super sub. Brandon Burkholder over to Clement Blamo. Blamo goes to Dragicic, lays it off for his teammate, Count Saunderson. Here comes Joyner. Joyner goes back to Saunderson. CJ Bateta. Das Bierhalle aren't done yet. There's the ball through. Didn't have any help there. Lay up. Agbanko putting a little bit of pressure. And McCrary uses that left foot to find his teammate on the wing. And Morgan Lucy. Lucy wanted a foul, not forthcoming. There is an unfortunate penalty kick. It's going to be a penalty kick, ladies and gentlemen. Possibly the lifeline that Bierhalle need to get back into this game. There's a yellow card, I think possibly for some dissent. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. This is what transpired. Oh, really unfortunate. I think it was how much that arm was distended from his body. An unnatural position that is the reason he's getting called. Saunderson. Well, looks like Scarzaletta is going to be the one to take it. Sean Scarzaletta, what a save by Dan McCreary, and keeps the clean sheet alive. Oh man, unfortunate for Scarzaletta, who's usually very reliable on those kicks. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Here comes Christos again. Lamo out to Joyner. Joyner finds Iola. And Tommy Potts, what can he find? A lot of space. Puts the ball across. And a lot of space for Bierhalle. Ooh, CJ Bateta. He has it with 2 to beat. Excellent defending from Joe Gloss. Ball goes out of bounds, but I mean, he was really exposed there on an island and was able to stop the incursion of Bateta. Here comes Christos under light pressure from Eric Breach and Bateta, but that pressure is broken. Ball goes out to Joyner. Joyner down the line. Potts, wow. The skill from the goalkeeper playing wing. Oh, he goes for it. He was entitled there. He was entitled to have that shot. Take a look again. This solid move from Tommy Potts. And Eric Breach goes back. Sean Scarzaletta goes all the way back. Kick apple. And that was Jacobs. Tried to find the streaking winger out on the left side. Tommy Potts has a little bit of space. What can he find? And dispossessed. It's a solo effort down the right side from Dust Bierhalle. McCreary. Up Bierhalle. Oh. This game has really gone back and forth now in terms of the ball just being lumped, kind of skipping through the midfield. I think since that PK save, it almost seems like both teams are kind of just opening up, throwing caution to the wind. It's not been the prettiest game. There's Eric Breach Carries. Ball goes to Joyner in the midfield. A little sloppy again. Like I said, these last 10 minutes have not been the prettiest soccer I've ever seen. Ball goes through. Nick Oppel. Oh, that was beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. What a goal from Dragicic. Ladies and gentlemen. Christos 3, Bierhalle 0. I think that puts this game to bed. Let's take a look at the replay. And here comes Bierhalle again. Just a couple minutes to play.
He was in a different zone. And the campus was like a big college. The school was big college.
Ball goes to Kyle Saunderson. CJ Bateta. Joyner does enough there. And that's Bierhalle working this ball around. Now back to Oppel. Who finds Jacobs under pressure. Smart move from Oppel. Dragicic tried the incredible, I mean, that would have been not only goal of the season for MSSL, but I think we would have been in ESPN territory if he had converted that one. And here comes Christos. Can they tack on one more before stoppage? Tommy Potts. The overlapping run from Clement Blamo. Blamo in a lot of space. Plays it across on the ground. Oh, what a searching ball. No one could tap it home, but that's about as good of a service as you'd expect from anyone. Clement Blamo will be disappointed his teammates weren't able to capitalize. Eric Breach for Das Bierhalle. A little bit of space on this far side. Played short. Sloppy and dispossessed by Christos. Burkholder up to Iola. Tommy Potts plays it through. Nick Oppel smartly out. Plays it to his left. I gotta say, I've been impressed with Tommy Potts. As a field player, he's come on and I mean, if I had to announce it, could you really tell that he didn't belong out there? As a field player, that is. And Tommy Potts again wins the corner kick. I mean, surely in the modern age you expect goalkeepers to be not only fit but adept with their feet, but I don't think I quite expected him to be able to keep pace on the level with these other players. Could be the nature of this game, and which has lost a little bit of sting at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and just say that he's an impressive player. Leave it at that. Here comes the service from Morgan Lucy. Lucy puts it in. Not held by Oppel, punched again. And that's going to do it, says our center official. 3-0 Christos. They remain perfect on the season in their 2 matches. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We have a thrilling matchup coming in just a few minutes. Well, we're going to give the team some time to warm up, so might be closer to 30, but stay tuned. We have Street Footy FC versus NPC Football, the next match. I'll be joining you again for that one. It's Noah Walker. Just look for that stream link on the channel if you go to the live page. you'll see all of the live streams for today listed. You can click that link. Even though the match may not be starting for a few more minutes, I'll be going live in just a moment, so you can join me in there. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Thanks to everyone who braved, this early morning match to come join us in the chat, and I'll see you in just a moment. Take care.
So if the gambling account was open, it was scored. If it was not open,
You can join me in there. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Thanks to everyone who braved, this early morning match to come join us in the chat, and I'll see you in just a moment. Take care.